All right, today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite spots to get fresh produce here in the Stuart area. Now, you could come down from Fort Pierce or Port St Lucie. A lot of the spots I'm going to show you, most of them actually going to show you, you can get produce any time of the week. Now today, right now, I'm at the Stuart Green Market. Now this is Sunday mornings. It starts around 9 and goes till around 2. They got live music down here. I'm going to show you some of the things that are here where you can get fresh soaps. You can get a massage. There's a great little produce stand over here. Remember, Florida is the #2 producer of fruits and vegetables in the United States. So you can get great produce, not going to Publix, not even going to all these that are locally grown. So I'm going to show you the spot here. This is down at the Flagler Park. This happens every Sunday from around 9 till around 2. I'm going to show you the fresh produce over here, and I'm going to show you some other spots. Then I'm going to take you some other spots here in Stuart that are my personal favorites. So let's show you where you can get some great fresh produce, little live music, cup of coffee, maybe a massage, and some of these other spots you can get all kinds of different stuff too, which we're going to show you in this video. I'm excited. Let's show you. Okay, so here's your first little produce stand. You can see you get your cucumbers and your squash, peppers, and you can kind of see like this doesn't look quite like, you know, Publix. Well, it's because this stuff is a little bit more fresh. Avocados are in season right now. I got a little kombucha thing set up over here. Now you never know what you're going to get down here. Most of these vendors are here every week, and some of them are, some of them aren't. You like have this woman doing beautiful candles over here. You got fresh pickles, that kind of thing here. You got a lemonade stand over there. Culinary Genie, hello. And yeah, this is what I was mentioning earlier. Look at these beautiful fresh made soaps. This gentleman over here, look at him smiling there from the islands, got some beautiful wicker baskets. Honey, what a beautiful thing to have fresh honey. So, you know, a lot of honeys out there are actually pasteurized. So this is local stuff here that's not going to be pasteurized, which is great. Now I mentioned it, I do come down here and get a massage. Now this is by the minute. So you can come down here and get a massage, and it's by the minute. This guy does an amazing job. And there's your reggae bowl. So like if you wanted to get some, you know, they have, this is, I think this is, well, that's Jamaican jerk. And then you get some more pictures in that. It really is a mishmash of arts and crafts stuff to food stuff. So let's show you a little bit more over here. Green is good. The green juice, or you can buy it at Publix. So this is dried sweets. This gentleman over here has different kinds of salsas and that. Little bakery action happening over here. Hello. These are microgreens, so if you're into getting the microgreens in your gut. Hello. Microgreens, bracelets, some beautiful homemade cheeses. Look at this over here. Farmer's Market, beautiful homemade cheeses. Little flower stand over here, so if you wanted fresh flowers. This is for your doggies. Bruiser likes to come down here every time with me and get some little doggy treats. And you can see over here, not that I'm going to be buying any lady stuff, but all kinds of lady stuff over here. More jewelry in that over here. Now you got the playground over here, so the kids could be playing in the playground where you're shopping around a little bit. There's more of your clothing attire. Now, beautiful food. This is one of my favorite places to go. I try to stay away, you guys know, with my sugar. But look at these beautiful pastries, tarts. Good morning. Look at those beautiful pastries. And you wanted to get maybe a sandwich on a Sunday, come down here rather than go. Look at that bacon. Bacon. And quiches, beautiful quiches. Breads over there. Maybe you want to get a little cocktail to make the morning go a little bit lighter. They're smiling over here. They got some cocktail. And then Greek, so if you want to have a hero. Hello. Oh, she doesn't want to be videoed. And so that's it. It's a kind of a small green market. You probably have 20, 25 vendors depending on the day. And you're right down here on the water, so on the boardwalk where I've shown you guys before, where I walk Bruiser on the boardwalk. Stuart Green Market every Sunday, 9 to 2 around, live music. Depending on the day, if it's raining, they will cancel it. So you can always go and check your app. So that gives you a good feeling for what it's like down here at the Stuart Green Market. You can come down here any Sunday, 9 to 2, and grab a drink, grab a coffee, grab yourself a Bloody Mary, maybe get a massage, and a little bacon sandwich. So I'm gonna take you to these next spots that you can go to anytime. And I'm gonna take you to a very secret spot that not a lot of people know about, where you can get, I think, probably for the best price and the best freshness. I'm gonna take you to a really cool spot that very, very, very few people know about. So I'm excited to show you this video today. Let's go. All right, I'm here at a spot. It has two things that I absolutely love. One is the country club across the way. That is Stuart Yacht Country Club. You guys maybe saw the video that I did on Stuart Yacht Country Club. This is called Country Club Produce. So this is a farm stand right across the street from Stuart Yacht Country Club. Now this is gonna be a lot more produce that's available to you than what you're gonna see down at the Green Market. So I'm gonna spin it around here and take you inside and show you the array. You got plants here, so if you want to get, flowers for your flower beds, you want to get vegetables and so forth. So I'll take you in, let me show it to you. All right, so here's the local flowers that I was talking about. Now, you could go over to Lowe's, you could go over to Home Depot, and you're probably going to pay 2 times as much as what you're going to pay in a spot like this. Come over here, and here's all of your herbs. So basils and thyme, basils and thyme, rosemary, those kind of things. Aloe vera, all kinds of different spices and herbs and so forth. Now these are mango trees, so say you maybe wanted to plant a mango tree in your yard. It's already potted and ready to go, fertilized. You get those going in maybe a year or two, you'll have some fruit. Watermelons, corn, avocados, mangoes. You got your asparagus there, beans, all kinds of beautiful cantaloupes. Really nice assortment in here over at Country Club Produce. It goes really deep back in here. So there's a real assortment in here. So this is probably one of your best assortments of fresh produce that you're gonna get in Martin County. And you're gonna pay half the cost of what you're gonna pay over at Publix. Spices, you got ginger and that kind of stuff. Obviously your bananas. Papayas are a big deal down here in Florida. You gotta know how to cook them. Plantains over there, some olive oils, coconut oils, that kind of stuff back in here. You got dried fruits, you got your honeycomb, that honey that I mentioned over there. This is all locally sourced honey, so think no pasteurized. You got milk, eggs, cheese. You got a little bit of sugar back over in there, and very clean back in here. Nuts. Some few canned goods over in here, bottled juices, really nice juices, and this is all chilled back in here as well. So out of all the ones that I'm going to show you, other than the one that I'm going to show you out in Palm City, which I've shown in other videos, the Palm City produce stand is great. The next one that I'm going to take you to is just one of my favorites that I've always gone to since going back 20 years. It's a little farm stand down in Port Salerno. I've actually shown it on other videos. So I'm gonna take you down there now. It's probably gonna be probably a third of the cost, maybe 2/3 of the cost of what you're gonna find here. It's a little more nondescript, a little off the beaten path. It's a beautiful little family that runs it. They always are smiling when I go in there. So I'm gonna take you to that next spot down on Salerno Road. Now this Country Club Produce is on Dixie Highway across from the Stuart Yacht Country Club. You could look it up. It's actually on Google Maps. They got Google reviews on here as well. So Country Club Produce is a great spot. And then I'm going to take you a little further down into Port Salerno for this family that runs this little farm stand. I always love going in there. And we're going to show that to you next. And then we're going to take you out to another spot in Stuart. Then we're going to take you out to Palm City. And the last one I'm going to show you is a spot that you can go and buy all kinds of stuff. You can buy produce and this kind of thing. but you can buy a lot. You could buy a mattress at the belt place I'm going to show you that probably be half of what you're going to pay if you go into a mattress store. So excited to show you these hidden spots that not a lot of people know about. All right, so this is a farm stand I've been coming to for 20 years. This is on the corner down here in Port Salerno. It's actually called Green Apple Produce. We can see them over here, loading out new fresh produce coming in. So I'm gonna take you inside. A little smaller than Country Club, but the prices are probably gonna be maybe about a third as much as what you're gonna pay over there at Country. And you're gonna pay half of what you pay over at Publix or Aldi's. And it's gonna be fresher. And why is it gonna be fresher? Because this is farm to table. It's not coming from some distribution center in the middle of, even Florida or God knows where else. It's coming from Aldi's or Publix. So let's spin it around here and show you what it's like in here. A little bit dark, kind of like it. So you got your watermelon. Fridges over there. There's all kinds of sugary drinks and stuff, but then you're gonna have fridges over here. I'll show you in a second where you can get eggs. So you get some canned vegetables, bottled vegetables, pickled, so forth, sardines, that kind of thing. And you can see this is all really, really fresh stuff. Look at this beautiful, so much shinier than what you see sometimes in Publix. And you get your limes and lemons, different spices, different sauces, coconut amino acids, that kind of thing up in here. Some more spices over in here, your onions, potato racks, everything's relatively organized in here. Now here's the spice racks over in here. So if you're looking to cook some kind of savory ethnic dish, I'm not a chef, but those spices might be of interest to you. Cabbages, you get your cucumbers and your squash, pears. And like I mentioned, here's the refrigerators over here. So different kind of tamales and that kind of thing. You got beets, carrots, all prepackaged, eggs, milk, apples over in here, spices, herbs, diced vegetables. So if you want things diced, those are all done for you. And chives, there's your avocados, and some wild kind of fruit that I don't even know what that is, but there's a wild fruit for you, a wild kind of fruit. I don't even know what it is. I see this young lady over here. Hello.
Hello.
And come back in here. Chopped up vegetables and fruits, all fruits ready made for you. And Doritos, and there's a little ice cream shop in here. So I wanted to show you this spot. Of all, it's a little off the beaten path. It might take you a long time to figure out where something like this is if you're coming down here for the first time. I've been coming to this spot for 20 something years. So it depends on where I am in town. Sometimes I'll go to Country Produce. Sometimes I'll come here. If I'm out in Palm City, I'll go to the farm stand out there. So I'm gonna show you one more little spot off of another branch of Salerno Road that's a little further up here. And then I'm gonna take you out to Palm City, and that last spot that I'm gonna take you, I think you're gonna like it, so stick around for that. Oh yes, P.S. and by the way, remember we sell real estate. So if you know somebody that's looking to come to the area, I had somebody reach out the other day, or actually somebody stopped Mike the Bike, my friend Mike, and said, oh, you're Mike the Bike. And hey, if you're ever in town, you ever wanna know, don't feel like you have to reach out to us just for real estate. We can point you in the right direction for anything. We wanna win your business and earn your business over time. That's why I do these videos, so that maybe it's 6 months down the road, a year down the road, you're looking to buy or sell. We'd love to help you out. Let's take you to the next spot. All right, so the next spot I wanted to show you is Edith's Farmers Market. Now, Edith's Farmers Market, I'm right on Salerno Road, and I'm just west of Willoughby. All right, so Willoughby comes down. I'm on just west of Willoughby on Salerno Road. It's fair enough, and you can look up Edith's in Google and it'll give you the spot. You're gonna have a little bit more diversity here than you're gonna have in the Green Apple, but you're not gonna have as much diversity here as you have over at Country Club. But it depends on where you are in town. If there's something just simple that you want, you got all kinds of fresh produce here. You get sunflowers are obviously in season over there. And you got corn, cherry tomatoes, your herbs and everything going on over here, little ferns hanging. So maybe there weren't ferns over at Country Club. So you can find those here. Fresh strawberries, these beautiful strawberries, gorgeous. Different kinds of fruit that I don't eat, peaches, mangoes, cabbage, avocados, onions. There's another little spice stand over here, and of course honey. Obviously there's a little theme going on here with honey. So remember, honey can be pasteurized that you're buying in Publix or Aldi's or Walmart or all that. That stuff is going to be very pasteurized. You're not going to have stuff in there that helps your gut biome and that kind of stuff if you're interested in that kind of thing. Coming a little further over here, you can see a little bit more of what's going on. Some peppers going on over here. I don't know what those are. You might know what they are. Let me know. If you know any of these fruits in here, drop a comment below about these fruits. Tomatoes. Hello. Good. How are you? You can see people are... What's that? I'm doing a video. Showing the audience what your beautiful farm stand's all about. Are you Edith? Not Edith? Okay. So, potatoes, refrigerators going on over there, plantains. So, Edith is another spot. How you doing? So Edith is another spot. I like to show you guys these different spots that are off the beaten path always. You don't have to go to Aldi's, you don't have to go to Publix. If you want fresh produce, we have so much of it here in town. So maybe you're up in Port St Lucie and you want to come down. The last spot is worth kind of coming down for the morning. That's one of the things that I like to do. This last spot I'm going to show you is I'll go and I'll get produce. There's other things that I can get that I can just kind of walk around with my Wawa coffee and check out the scene. So the next spot that I'm going to take you out to is out in Palm City. I've shown you the farm stand before in my video about Newfield and when Bruiser ate my burrito. And then I'm going to take you to the final spot, which is a really, you'd never think that there was produce there. You've probably driven by it a billion times if you live here in the Stuart area, and it's worth checking out. But first and foremost, let's take you out to Palm City to show you that. All right, so I'm out at Palm City Farms, the produce market. Now this is off of Citrus and Martin Highway. So all you gotta do is put into Google, put in Palm City Farms Produce Market, it'll come up. But I wanted you to know this is a little further out into Palm City. So if you're out in Palm City, and each of these places is a little bit different. You notice in the last place I was at, they had they had ferns in there. They didn't have ferns over at Country Club. So, and then at the Green Apple, they didn't have ferns. They don't have plants. So they're all a little bit different. So let's spin this around. This is a little bit more of a, I guess the word I would use is a homogenized feel. Right? You get your beautiful strawberries going on here, but it's a little more refined out here. So these are all fresh squeezed juices, kombucha, elderberry juice. You got your microgreens like I showed you down at the market, broccoli. All right, and these are your refrigerators out here. You got, celery in here and chives and some chopped stuff. You can see this has a little bit more of kind of a country club feel. So not even country club, like a country feel. Almost feels like a watered down actual version of Cracker Barrel in a way, I guess. So you got your bottled and canned pickled stuff going on here, more of that there. So it just has a little bit more, and look at, there's our honey again. It seems like a theme. We got local honey. Remember, it's not pasteurized. Pasteurized honey is not as good for you, and sometimes it's actually watered down with corn syrup. So extra virgin olive oil, all kinds of nice spices and sauces and that kind of thing. Chipotle, more bottled goods in here. And there's refrigerators back in here. I don't need to get into this too much. Again, I did this on another video. There's some actually homemade ice cream here, and non-GMO foods and that kind of thing. Now, if we come outside here, it's a little more open air out here. Some more refrigerators going on with some mushrooms and stuff in there. And look at the dew on those. Actually, you got dew. Isn't that nice? Now, the other thing I wanted to show you out here that's a little bit different is look at all of these lawn ornamentals that are out here. So if you're looking something to put into your lawn, maybe something into your landscaping. I like those little mushroom actions going over there. A little horse, he's kind of regal there. And so just a little bit different feel to this, a little more, like I use that word homogenized again, but it's not as homogenized as, say, Walmart. Walmart is extremely homogenized, meaning, you know, it's very clean and corporate and all that. This is not so much, but it has a little bit more of a corporate feel to it. So that is, so last thing we want to show you over here, if you wanted, I was out here before, out there is a taco truck, Tacos Leah. You could look at it on Google. They have some Google reviews. And then a Tex-Mex barbecue over there. So you want to get a little bit of food, you want to come out, maybe just check out a little different area here in Martin County. The Palm City Produce Stand is a place you want to come to. So that's Palm City Produce, and you can look at that on Google. They have some great reviews. Food is phenomenal. Tacos Leah is out there. The Tex-Mex barbecue is out there as well. Now, the last spot that I'm going to take you to here is it's not off the beaten path, but it's a beaten path that everybody drives by constantly off of US 1. And it's actually the B&A Flea Market. Now, I know he's like, oh, flea market, what are you talking about, Alex? Well, there's all kinds of stuff in the flea market, and this is a produce video, so there's a really nice little produce stand in there. But also you can go in there, and if you just wanted to kill some time with a coffee or an espresso, or maybe you grab a drink and not drive from down at the fresh market and go down to the B&A Flea Market. B&A Flea Market, some of the vendors are actually open during the week, and the produce stand that's in there is open during the week, but most of the vendors come in on Saturday and Sunday, and it's usually between 9 and 2 is when most of them are there. You never know what you're going to find in there. I always like going in because I just like kicking around and, you know, finding little trinkets and all that kind of thing. But we'll take you down there now, and I think you're really going to like it. So let's go check it out. All right, so I'm out on US 1 here in Stuart, just south of Monterey, just north of Indian on the east side. This is the B&A Flea Market. Now, I know you're thinking, what is Alex doing at a flea market for produce? Well, there's a great produce stand in here. In fact, there's a couple of different places where you can get different kinds of produce in here. So I'm going to show you a couple of these spots in the B&A Flea Market, but I also wanted to show you secret spots that even people here in Stuart, you might have driven by this thing a billion times and you didn't know it's worth kind of going in here to check it out. So if you're coming in from out of town and you like trinkets and, you know, local, there's antique shops in here, there's mattresses, there's a place you can buy gold and silver, there's all different things that you can buy in here. So there's a place you can buy golf balls that are lake golf balls. So let's take you in, show you the produce in here, and then I'm going to show you around a little bit into the flea market so you can get a feel for the secret spots in and around Stuart that only I showed you. All right, so here I am at the B&A Flea Market. Literally, if you want to come in off of that sign, you can park. Parking is always a situation, as I've shown you in other places in Stuart. But what I like about this, it's a little bit smaller, as you can see, right? So, but what I like about it is the freshness is off the chain. I mean, this stuff is probably the freshest that I've found in town. There's a lot of turnover that happens in here. So this is here Monday through Sunday. Right across the way is just another little spot that you can see is, you know, herbs, thyme, rosemary, ferns, fresh flowers, and we'll take you in here now. You know, I've shown you a lot of vegetables and fruits. Shown you a lot of strawberries today, haven't I? So more strawberries, and there's some ginger, chives, onions, peppers, potatoes, pumpkin. This is yucca, so maybe you'll learn how to make yucca, but basically you gotta boil it and do a lot of things with it. It's beautiful. It's kind of like it's a root vegetable, but it kind of reminds me of a potato once it's been cooked. Papayas, avocados, really nice peppers, zucchini, broccoli, cabbage. You can see them over here. So you can get some little fruit cup for you to go. Now out here, the celery's out. In some of these other places, it's in a fridge. But so all in all, you can see that it's a different assortment of fruits and vegetables that you get in here. And the cost in here is looking at a third to a half of what you're paying in Aldi's and that. So I'm going to take you around a little bit here in the flea market, some of the spots that I think are some cool spots. My golf balls, antique shops. If you wanted to sell a ring, there's a great guy in here, Tony, that if you wanted to sell any gold and silver jewelry and that kind of thing, diamonds. But you can see back in here is deep, and in each of these bays are different vendors. And then over on this side, sometimes it's really sparse. It really depends on what the weather's like outside, especially for these outdoor vendors. But you never know what you're going to find in here. They find, estate sales, and also then stores that have gone out of business and they're selling their wares. Now look over here. We got another thing. We got our honey, local raw honey. So, hey, maybe you're not a honey fan, but you're looking to, you take care of some weight, or maybe you're just looking to clean up your life, clean up your health. Having this kind of thing is going to be much, much better than buying in
homemade jellies.
Homemade jellies. Look at that.
We use honey opposed to sugar in it.
Oh, there you go.
Very nice.
I'm doing a video on local produce and around and all around, and they all have their own honeys. So I'm letting the audience know too, because personally, honey that you get in the supermarket is pasteurized, and
This is all raw honey we have.
There you go.
I have honey from Apalachicola Basin, Tupelo, from the white gum Tupelo tree. Only place you can find the white gum Tupelo tree in the swamp on the Florida-Georgia line.
Wow.
I have honey from the Keys, the black mangrove in the Keys. My local honey is from Loxahatchee. We have fresh cone. The McCoys out there, they've been there over 40 years. Fresh bee pollen. We have palmetto. We have orange and also wildflower.
There you go. Thank you so much for the little tour. So now I learned that you can get honey from swamps, and that's pretty cool to actually see the honeybees buzzing around. It's the real deal. It's not glycogen and so forth. So spin it back around, just give you another little idea. Hey, maybe you wanted to, get some jewelry. And then you'll see something like this, where it's just like a bunch of different knickknacks, but maybe you have that, air mattress inflator, stuff like that. Spoons, ladles, and that kind of thing. The guy's got it out of the back of his truck. And then somebody, obviously, this is what I was talking about. These are brand new shoes. So maybe they're not the shoes you like, but this is definitely a store that went out of business, and you're gonna buy these shoes for 10, 15 bucks. So here's our golf ball shop over here. So these are all used or mildly used golf balls that came on a pause. You got obviously Bill in there, used clubs. And I did want to show you Tony over here that has his gold and silver shop. So they buy jewelry and bullion and that kind of thing. So there you got Tony in here. Going on, Tony?
How are you?
Well, man. So maybe you wanted to buy some jewelry for a loved one, ring. And silver over here. And then the last place is all kinds of different things in here. You get, phone repair over there. I've actually bought an iPhone case. You've had to see the iPhone cases in the AT&T shop for like $40. In here, I bought one for $5. Wasn't quite the color I wanted, but whatever. So I wanted to show you Cheap Sleep. This is actually where I bought my mattress. So rather than go to the mattress barn, I actually searched around for a mattress, laid down on all kinds of different ones all over town, and then found in here that I was able to get a mattress for probably about half of what I would have paid at the mattress barn. Never mind at some of the other larger chains. So that's it. I finished here at the B&A Flea Market where you can buy fruits and vegetables. You saw all these other different spots where you can buy fruits and vegetables. So if you wanted to go to the Green Market, sometimes you can find a spot down there. If you can't find a spot, always give me a shout. You want to park in my lot, no worries. So if you like this content, hey, at least subscribe to the channel. At least subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have a comment. And at worst case scenario, just tap the like below because you like this kind of content. And that way you'll be alerted when new content comes out. Lastly, is there anything we can ever do to help you with some real estate? Reach out. We'll see you on the next video.